everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Newton's Panthers. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And you know, Charles, as Larry pointed out in the open, got a couple of great quarterbacks set to square off here this afternoon. That ball's probably going to be flying all over the place, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. And the game has never been more quarterback-centric than it is now. And both of these teams have top-flight signal callers.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. Fozzie Whitaker now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Off a 228-yard passing performance in Week 2, here comes Cam Newton bringing out the Carolina Panthers. But the offense struggled on both sides in that game, and Cam Newton was sacked 6 times by Sean McDermott's defense.
Well, if anyone's going to know Cam Newton in that offense, it'd be Sean McDermott, who's their former defensive coordinator. But I think some of the things you're talking about, that's timing. Cam Newton hurt much of the preseason, played very little in preseason action, probably still a little rusty trying to get coordinated with his receivers.
And went off with an ankle injury in that game, but came back, resurfaced from the medical tent. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. There goes Jonathan Stewart. The 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, 71 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate. And guess what? They're in the lead now.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Leading the New Orleans Saints out of the field, none other than Drew Brees. And last week against the Patriots, although it was a loss, interesting note, first matchup ever of QBs with 400-plus touchdown passes each. How about that?
That's phenomenal, isn't it? Drew Brees, Tom Brady on the same field, over 400 touchdown passes each. What about combined yardage? That has to just be astronomical.
It's like 3 million, I think.
Somewhere in that neighborhood, right? They've done it all. And Drew Brees, even after the loss, holds a career record of 3-2 over Tom Brady.
Yeah, not many people can say that.
No, not at all.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
Breeze gives it up to Ingram, and he'll be taken down right around the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. New Orleans starters offensively. Let's discuss the running back position. So many people in the Crescent City were pumped about AP. Well, his production hasn't been much so far.
I think that Sean Payton, as the head coach, is going to have to make a decision. And he's going to make a decision soon about how he wants to utilize the running backs. In their Super Bowl year, I think he used 3, 4, 5 different running backs to great advantage, and they were 6th in the league in rushing. In this case, I think he's got to decide if he wants Mark Ingram or Adrian Peterson to be the lead back and Alvin Kamara, the change-up guy that he can throw it to out in space. Because I don't...
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 73 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. We've got a moment here while Carolina comes back out on offense to discuss how Greg Olsen's injury is going to impact them going forward, because second quarter, week 2, he broke his right foot.
That's a big-time blow to the Carolina offense because, truth be told, the #1 target for Cam Newton is Greg Olsen. He is his security blanket, his safety net, his primary receiver, all rolled into one. And Greg Olsen did say that he thought he'd miss a lot of games after that injury.
They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Kelvin Benjamin has to be a feature of this offense that's on your screen now.
Definitely a #1 receiver, a huge target with some speed. It's almost like go-go gadget when he goes up to get the football. No matter how you defend him, he can go just a little bit higher.
10 yards still left on second down. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
There hasn't been much to crow about when we talk about defenders in New Orleans in recent years, but Cameron Jordan certainly is a guy that we should respect.
Is he what they will kind of build around on that line?
Yeah, they have to, because not only is he a good player out on the edge, he can work inside a little bit as well, but it's his leadership and his passion for the game that they'll really utilize.
And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Now a man who subbed in for Andy Lee down the stretch last year, Michael Pilardi, to kick it away. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. Oh, good move. And now running right through him. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on 2nd down. Breeze hands to Ingram. They'll get 3 up to midfield. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
When I saw that the Carolina Panthers were ranked 21st in total defense in 2016, I thought it was a misprint. This is a very talented defense, but they didn't play up to those standards in 2016. Perhaps the loss of Josh Norman at corner hurt them in the secondary. Luke Kuechly, their middle linebacker and their heart and soul of their defense, wasn't able to play a complete season, and they didn't get the same pass rush in 2016 that they had in the previous year when they went to the Super Bowl.
From midfield, here's Breeze. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. We'll see a lot of that from Drew Brees. Spread the field, get rid of the ball quickly.
He spreads the field out a lot, so he's able to recognize the defenses, the coverages, and if people are going to blitz him. And he has the fortitude to stand in there when they do. He serves as his own blitz control, so to speak. Hey, you've got a free runner coming. That's one less guy in coverage. He'll stand in there, take the hit, and deliver a strike downfield.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. About 3 yards there to the 27. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. To throw is Breeze. And he'll be hit as he releases it And that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, and it's third down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now Breeze on third down. It's complete. Fleener, right side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. This is their third drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Six yards to go here on second down. This is Stewart again. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
The New Orleans Saints have needed help on defense in a big way over the last few seasons. I think they provided some good help for themselves by taking Marshawn Lattimore out of Ohio State. The big cornerback was a one-year starter due to a lot of hamstring injuries early in his career, but boy, what a year he had in 2016. Size, speed, change of direction, exactly what they're looking for to help increase their ball hawking skills in the secondary.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. Fresh set of downs here. Newton turns and hands to Stewart. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
By the way, partner, that was a 30-year-old running back carrying the ball there.
Turned 30 back in March, did Stewart.
Yeah, I know that people say that you're not supposed to at the age of 30, but Jonathan Stewart, good style, good physicality. He'll continue to run it.
Hoping to keep him healthy. Hasn't played a full 16 games since 2011. So it'll be first down here after the run. From the gun, here's Newton. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And now a first down following that long gain. Newton gives off to Stewart. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On second down, they run with Stewart, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that detracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains, didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Here's Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will knot us up at 10. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. To return it, Alvin Kamara. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Charles Johnson's stock in trade is coming off the edge and getting to the quarterback. He knows how to make some of those subtle moves inside to help in the run game, and he did it right there.
He's an athlete back in high school, played football, basketball, track, so he's a mobile guy.
Mobile guy, made a nice play against the run. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. Shotgun now for Breeze. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Now the 9th-year man from LSU, Thomas Morstead, on to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. This is taken at the 23. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. And trotting back out there now, this Saints defense. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here, but let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side, though, the offense, they weren't very happy.
No, because there's an opportunity. Once you get to the red zone, you're not thinking about kicking a field goal. You're thinking about how do you get it into the end zone, and when you don't, you walk off the field feeling a little bit of failure on that drive.
Yeah, who will have the better feeling at the end of this drive? They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now it's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Newton. A dump off here to Stewart. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
from the 50, Newton. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 10-10 is the score. We're back to Uptown Charlotte after this timeout.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. But they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now Stewart on first down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyler Davison in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. And Gano's kick is right through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs went to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. Breeze now on first down. Left side and caught by Flainer. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You never know where motivation's going to come from. I remember 2016, Mark Ingram fumbled in 2 consecutive games and got benched in the second game, but bounced back to go over 1,000 yards for the season.
Yeah, first time in his 6 NFL years that he's done that, finished with 1,043. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Ingram. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
That man has still got it. Thomas Davis can do it all. Drop into coverage, rush the quarterback, and, of course, make plenty of tackles.
Closing in on 1,000 career tackles and consistent. Last year, 106 tackles. The year before, 105.
College safety turned linebacker in the NFL. What a career.
Off the play fake to Peterson. Here's Breeze to throw. And brought in here by Flainer. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Breeze finding Flainer for New Orleans first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They run again with Peterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Awfully nice to see Adrian Peterson back and running well. Look, it was just 2015 when he won his last rushing title. Got hurt in 2016, and that season became a bit of a wash.
Yeah, it did become. They're hoping to get back to that old form that you're alluding to, though. He does have 3 rushing titles, including that one you mentioned in 2015. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
First and 15 here behind the chains. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. On second down, Ingram. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Breeze. It's complete to Flainer. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Flainer, a 24-yard touchdown. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes. Add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny. I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game, and he made a play early in that one where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Breeze hasn't looked back since. A 10-play drive that time, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Jonathan Stewart now gearing up to go on offense as he takes the field. And, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? They go play action here on first down. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The toss play, Stewart. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Panthers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Newton. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
One of the selling points at the end route is against the quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Funches with a catch over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On second down, here's Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Broke through some contacts, but unable to reach the 40. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Set.
to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. Newton on first down. It's caught right side. Dixon. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. His throw here's incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. 3rd down here.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted at his head for certain routes, different.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Devin Funches from 13 yards out. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Gano for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Now Breeze throwing on second down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here's Breeze to throw. It's complete. Fleener, right side. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over, and we'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Breeze to throw again. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time. And the former first pick in the second round of the 2001 draft doing his thing.
And the beauty of watching him play is progressions. Yeah, he can throw it deep, but how about his ability to hit secondary targets, underneath targets, and hits them with accuracy?
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first down, Breeze. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Fleener as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now a first down throw for Newton. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart, and that'll bring up second down. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. A final shot before the break. Newton. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break. Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it is incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Panthers haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Saints will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Panthers starting up on their opening drive. Stewart's got nothing but space here, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone as they take a 7-0 lead. Pick it up early in the first. Gins wide open on the deep pass, and he caps off the 2-play drive with the score. 1st and 10, Saints tied up at 7. Fleener's wide open, able to make the grab, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to their own 43-yard line. Saints have it later on the drive. Breeze is on point with the throw, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. Panthers with the ball late in the half. Saints go up by 4. Newton's going to find his mark, and he goes in for the touchdown to cap the drive. Still late stages of the second. which takes the lead to 3. Breeze on point with the throw, and this play will go for 6. The lead grows to 4.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second down, here's Breeze. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And now it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. A big play there for the Panthers. 63 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Another run for Stewart. He's been busy. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's Newton now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap for Newton. Fights off the defender. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Tyler Davison in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll bring him back within a point. A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Breeze now on first down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and it's picked up by the Panthers.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. Now Jonathan Stewart getting set to go as he trots back out there. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Cameron Jordan. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's Newton. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
This is Ingram. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Ingram again. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And Gim's got it. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Saints were the best team in the NFL on third down last year. 49% conversion rate. Helps when you have Drew Brees back there.
It certainly does, because he is just so analytical in everything he does. Goes through every progression on every snap in practice, so not much surprises him on game day.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Here's Ingram. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down following the run. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Here's Stewart. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Out of the gun, Newton. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Well, in tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. Oh, I can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, nice move. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. It's complete to Flainer. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion, beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
Brees gives it up to Ingram. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 6-yard line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Brees going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lutz puts this one through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Shepard deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. On 1st and 10, Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shepard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Stewart. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. And Dixon from 6 yards away. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Now Breeze. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Second down following the run. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. And here we get a look at Stewart down on the ground still. Hope this isn't anything serious. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the second level, the linebackers, or the third level where the defensive backs are, and they get out in front and put their bodies out there and create more space for their runners to gain the yardage.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll try the air now with Newton. And this will complete right side to Funchess. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now Newton on first down. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Second down now after the pass completion.
Separating from the gun. Newton to Shepard, complete over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
And now a first down following that long gain. Again, Newton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. It's the fullback from 6 yards away. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Gano now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Breeze now on first down. Left side and caught by Flainer. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Breeze throwing on second down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Saints on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Breeze. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Breeze to throw again. Now Breeze lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second. Shotgun now for Breeze. And Josh Hill has it. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So completion on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd. Here's Breeze. And that is incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Anzalone with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he spins past him and into space. 12 yards on the return that time. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Breeze to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Saints as we get you reset.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st down, Breeze. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
He'll look to throw. And shedding through the tackle. A swing pass caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Brandon Coleman, 27 yards, and the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. 5 plays there on that drive, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now it's Newton. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Newton.
He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a third down. Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
False start, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still third down.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
Now Newton. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Here's Newton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sheldon Rankins able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Newton to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cameron Jordan in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day. But I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Breeze now on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 23 yards on the play.
But one thing you can never accuse Ted Ginn of is not doing his homework. He said that Drew Brees playing with him, That's the type of quarterback that can extend your career. Smart move on his part.
That's why he signed with New Orleans, and he's had a good career as it is. A lot of the good years with Carolina, but 11 seasons for Ted Ginn.
And still an amazing deep ball threat.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. His throw incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Breeze hands to Ingram. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And brought in here by Fleener. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and that changes everything here in OT. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Their defense did its job, got to stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Now Newton with his first throw in OT. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air on a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. The New Orleans defense, we get set to watch them go. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3-and-outs, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here. See if they can force another 3-and-out. On 1st and 10, Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Seven yards remaining here on 3rd down. Now Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Breeze now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Star Latulippe able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Look, Carolina had a number of issues last year, and that's why they slumped to 6-10 after a Super Bowl appearance. The pass rush wasn't a problem for them. They still got to the quarterback.
47 total sacks. That was just one behind Arizona, who led the league.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for them, young corners that gave up a lot of big plays.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is fielded at the 27. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Second down now after the incompletion. Throwing again. Newton. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's Marshawn Lattimore, the rookie from Ohio State. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. When you and I did the weekly commentary updates last year, it seemed like we always used to talk about Michael Thomas week after week.
And it piled up. 92 catches on the season, but the thing that really struck me was doing a New Orleans game and talking with a few of his teammates who talked about how much the game meant to him, and he was upset with guys he didn't think cared about the game enough. Unusual for a rookie, but it's a good sign for him.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Now it's Ingram. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This to win it in overtime. the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
And, partner, right away, I'm brought back to the words of my special teams coach when I played in college. Sometimes you just have to want to go block a kick.
And here with a chance to win the game at OT on the O-line, you got to max protect.
It's amazing, isn't it? You spend all that time in practice, you go over all the different possibilities, and with the game's on the line, someone leaks through, and now you got a block kick.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers defense gearing up as they take the field. Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was 0 space. No gain.
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And Gibbs got it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to them. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, Ingram. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. On third down, here's Kamara. And he is knocked down and then landed on pretty awkwardly. He lost two, and it brings up fourth.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This to win it in overtime. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This to win it in overtime. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And we will play on here in overtime.
Well, when you get that ball in OT, that's not the chance you envision, and the long field goal attempt here winds up lacking.
And you don't want to hang too much of this on your kicker, but he's going to leave you in a tough spot as well because you give your opponents excellent field position to start their first drive.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Now a first down throw for Newton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Newton gives off to Stewart. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking deep downfield. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.